Paul, you were pretty heated last night and very direct on how you thought that hit went down. Have you looked at it again this morning and have a sobering second thought, or are you still as strong as ever that was a dirty, egregious hit?
I would stick by every word that I said, but specifically every word that I said.
And as a follow-up, do you think Matthew Tkachuk's a dirty player?
I don't know, if you sin once, are you a sinner? Sin 10 times. He put some side. I don't think he came off the bench and said, I'm going to see if I can go stab the back of Mark Scheifele's leg with my skate. I think he got to that point, and I think that's exactly what he did. But I don't think he's skating across the ice thinking that's what I'm going to do. I think he plays at a level that he's on the edge. He crosses it sometimes. He crossed it in my mind clearly. That's exactly how I feel about it.
I agree with what Paul said last night. I don't think it's accidental. I think it's intentional. I don't know if he meant to try and cut him, but I think it's one of those plays where how often does your skate come off the ice and land on the guy's ankle?
Adam, do you think that Matthew Tkachuk is a dirty hockey player?
I don't know if I would say dirty. I'd say reckless. We all play hard. I don't have the cleanest track record either. I think when you're playing a physical brand of hockey, sometimes you step over the line. I think that was one of those plays. I think it's kind of reckless going in. Your skate comes up and lands on a guy's ankle. So I don't know if I'm going to come out and call him a dirty player, but I think he is a bit reckless. So.
Paul, how do you sort of get your group to just, if you can, forget about what happened in game one all across and maybe build on positives, but how do you kind of get them back on track and focused on what needs to be done?
Well, this is our year. Like this event, almost the inexplicable is the story of the Winnipeg Jets. From your 8 defensemen not showing up to play to losing a veteran for the season, maybe for a career, to all inexplicable things that has happened to this hockey team this year. This would be par for the course. I think we had the pause and thought that we had gotten out of that situation, but last night was a reminder right back in it. So we got an awful lot of experience with it. I said the 5-on-5 game wasn't an advantage for either team. We scored 1, they didn't score any. Special teams clearly would be the area that we've got to focus on and get right, especially with some potentially missing important pieces to it. So that's our challenge today. But getting up off the mat was something that we learned to do seemingly every week, and we'll get it put to the test now.
Adam, I don't know if you had a chance to speak to Mark or even through text, but if so, what was the message to him and maybe what was his response to you? Obviously, everybody was feeling low after the game, a lot of emotions, but what was that interaction like?
Yeah, well, the 8 with him after the game, I think, we were all extremely worried for him. You never want to see a guy go down and to see how much pain he was in. Right there, your heart sinks and you're thinking the worst. And I think we were still waiting on the results at the time, so we're not sure of the extent, and we're hoping that it's more of a scare than as severe as we first thought. But he's just trying to keep our spirits up. I think he's such a good team guy, and he's such a good person that he even with all that going on with him, we're worried about making sure we're ready for the next game.